What? This restaurant is going to close.
Yes, that's right.
But why?
The chef is going to help with his son's restaurant.
I see. Well then, so you'll just be transferred?
She had a slightly relieved look on her face. However, I was going to have to shake my head, so I decided to push away that hope of hers. No, we're closing. Plus, it looks like the son has a restaurant in Nagasaki. The chef is also quite old, so apparently he's mostly just going to help out and he won't be making much of his own dishes.
Well then, why don't you take over the restaurant, Mr. Daisuke?
Me?
Yes.
There's no way. With someone of my skill level, there's no way that I could continue a restaurant of this caliber. This place exists because of the chef. If the chef decided that he's going to close it, then that means the legacy of the restaurant must go with him.
I'm super disappointed.
You were one of our biggest customers, after all.
When I like something, I become obsessed.
I'm sure the chef will be happy to hear that.
It's a shame for you as well. I heard you were finally starting to be placed in charge of some dishes.
Yes.
So what are you going to do now? Are you going to go to a different restaurant?
I do have a couple offers from places, but
You don't seem very excited about them.
yes, because I really liked this restaurant, and I'm not interested in learning the flavors and the ways of a different restaurant. But I need to face reality. If I don't work somewhere else, then I can't survive. I'm in the middle of thinking about it. I'm sure my salary will go down, and I might need to move out of my current apartment, too.
Interesting. This meatloaf is delicious.
Oh, really? That one was my recipe.
I can't help but be upset. I wanted to eat more of these flavors.
I hope you eat as much as you can while it lasts.
Hey, Mr. Daisuke,
Yes, what is it?
about your next job search. Can you hold off on that for just 3 days?
Sure. Either way, I'm not planning on making any moves until the restaurant closes.
Thank you. Well then, I'll be back soon.
As she said that, this regular of the restaurant, Miss Hina Imayoshi, finished her meal and left. A few days later...
Oh, Mr. Daisuke.
Hello, Miss Imayoshi. How was your dinner today?
It was delicious.
I'm happy to hear that.
By the way, do you remember the last conversation we had?
What was it again?
About your job search.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Did you really find one for me?
Yes, I was hoping you might at least listen to it.
Of course.
Well then, when you're finished with work, can you come to this diner? I'll be waiting there.
An hour later, I sat down at a table at a diner and spoke with Miss Imayoshi.
First, it's about the term of the job.
Yes.
This is the monthly salary.
Miss Imayoshi used her cell phone and showed me a number. It depends on the content of the work, but with this number, it'll be hard for me to survive, especially with rent.
Let's see. This job also offers accommodations and meals included.
What?
It's a live-in job, so you don't have to pay rent or any water or electricity bills. You can also claim your cell phone as an expense and consider that included as well.
So what you're saying is that this is what's going to come directly into my account without any expenses?
Yes, you could buy whatever you want to call or save it. It's up to you.
When I think about it like that, it's a pretty good deal. If I look at just the terms, it might even be better than my current situation. Well then, what are they going to make me do?
You don't need to be so worried about it.
No, with these good conditions, of course, I'm going to be suspicious.
Mr. Daisuke, you're good at cooking, aren't you?
Well, I am a working professional.
And good at cleaning?
Cleaning and going out to buy ingredients, I did all that time when I was still an apprentice.
Can you use Excel?
I can't do anything too complicated.
But you can at least calculate household expenses, right?
Of course. I'm sorry, what is this?
What do you mean? It's an interview?
I don't understand what's going on.
Congratulations! You're hired!
Miss Imayoshi smiled and put her hand out for a handshake. No, wait. I don't understand what's going on. What am I going to be doing in the end?
Cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, cooking? Just helping around the house. Other than that, keeping track of finances on Excel.
A housemaid?
Oh, are you interested in wearing a maid outfit? I wouldn't mind that either.
Not at all.
That's a shame.
Is that really what the job is?
That's right. If you're interested in working under these conditions, then why don't we have you sign your name in either of the documents?
Either of these?
They are both contracts, but...
As she said that, she laid out 2 pieces of paper on the table. One had an employment contract written on it, and the other one... This says marriage certificate on it, though.
That's right.
And your name is already written under the line for the wife.
Yes.
What exactly are you telling me to do?
You don't get it?
She was giggling like she was enjoying herself.
Is it that strange? Back in the day, they used to call getting married into a household a lifetime employment contract.
Miss Imayoshi, are you drunk?
Not at all. Totally sober.
What's going on?
Look, I'm giving you the choice. Whether you're going to help around the house as a job and sign the employment contract, or if you're going to get married, you enter my household. What you're doing will be the same.
I see, so that's what this is.
That's what this is.
I'll take the employment contract.
Are you sure about that?
You're just teasing me, aren't you?
That's not my intention, though. We can start with that in the beginning.
Beginning?
Yes, to begin with. I'll just be really happy that I get to eat dishes from that restaurant at home. That'll be the best.
I see, so that's what you were after.
I guess you made my stomach fall for you.
I'm going to do my best.
Having all our meals together is also part of your job. Of course, I will cover all the food expenses.
I took some time to be a little bit logical. More than anything, I was thankful that I was able to secure a place to live. It looks like I would be able to save, too. But then, I had the realization. You said this is a live-in job, right?
Yes. Obviously, you're going to be living with me. You can't run away anymore.
And as she said that, Miss Imayoshi firmly grabbed my hand. And then a few days later, after I closed down the restaurant for good, I ended up moving in to Miss Imayoshi's place. I started my job out with the household chores, and a few months had gone. I'd completely gotten used to this job. Hello? Please wake up.
Oh, it's already morning?
You really are bad at mornings. Breakfast is ready for you.
Sure. Oh, time to get to work.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? I'm getting dressed.
Even though I'm still here?
Why are you so embarrassed? You're like a high school kid.
Listen, you're a beautiful woman, Miss Imayoshi, so of course I'd be shocked.
Oh, my. Thank you.
I'm not trying to compliment you right now.
But that makes me happy. Especially if that's how you really feel.
That's enough. Please hurry and come down to the living room.
Oh, I can't believe I get to eat somebody's homemade cooking in the morning. Oh, seriously, what a luxury.
Today, just as you requested yesterday, Japanese food.
Is there Japanese omelets?
Of course.
Yay! Yeah, delicious!
Are you going to be back late today?
Probably. Maybe around 7 o'clock.
Got it. I'm going to go get groceries in the afternoon, but is there anything you want?
I think I'm okay. Do you have enough money?
This month looks like we're going to have a lot left over.
Everything that's left, you can take that for yourself.
No, it's okay. I'm already receiving way too much. Ever since I started this job, my bank account was only growing more and more savings.
That's all the results of your efforts in this job, isn't it?
Efforts in this job?
Was that funny?
No, you're right. This is a job, and I'm working hard. Well then, why don't we do this?
Huh? What?
Let's save everything that's extra, and once we have enough saved up, let's go on a vacation to Nagasaki to see the old chef.
Mr. Daisuke, isn't that...
Would you not want to?
No, I think that's really great.
I'm glad. Well then, please hurry up and finish your breakfast. You're going to be late.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget your lunchbox.
If I forget it, then you can bring it to me.
Sure, I can, but Miss Imayoshi, I don't think you have time to even see me during your lunch break. You already seem so busy.
Especially because I'm so busy, I always feel refreshed just by looking at your face.
Yeah.
But it's true. More importantly, you've gotten more comfortable now.
About what?
About calling me by my first name.
It still does get a little embarrassing sometimes.
I like that little embarrassed face of yours. But I hope you can say it without blushing eventually.
After that, Miss Hina finished up the breakfast that I made today with a satisfied look on her face and went off to work. This job of helping out around the house wasn't that difficult. I've been living alone for a long time, so I was used to cleaning and doing laundry, and I think it matched my personality. First of all, because Hillary was so busy with work, she wasn't home that much, so even if I slack off a little bit, she wouldn't notice. That being said, I don't have any intention of slacking off. All right, the cleaning's done. The most difficult thing was the laundry. It was my first time washing women's clothing, and more than anything, they all seemed expensive. So there were a lot of things that required to be hand-washed. And also, that's right, like underwear. She probably doesn't see me as a guy like that. She tries to get dressed in front of me like it's normal, and she has me wash her underwear. I finished most of the chores within the morning, so I go to get the groceries then. I never miss checking out the sales. It's crazy fun to go check the coupons and go shopping. After I ate my lunch, it was mostly free time. I killed watching some videos online and marked down expenses for the day. This expense, I think, could have kept that down. No, wait, it's already this late? Around the time the evening rolls around, I start getting ready for dinner. About 1 minute after 19 o'clock, I heard the front door open.
I'm home.
Welcome home. Hey, what's with the face?
Oh, nothing. I was just touched.
Why?
I was just thinking how nice it is to be welcomed home by someone.
That's true.
I shouldn't say this myself, but I made a good purchase.
I'm happy to hear that. Dinner will be ready soon.
Okay.
Would you like to take a bath first?
In that case, I'll take you first.
I wasn't within the options.
Oh, that's a shame. I have no choice, so I guess I'll take a bath.
You can take your time in there while I finish dinner.
Oh, do you want to get in with me?
Definitely not!
Damn.
First of all, if I get in, then who's going to cook?
That's a good point.
Hina looked like she was having fun as she giggled and headed towards the bathroom. And then it was dinner. I had a little bit of sake with Miss Hillary, and we talked to each other about what happened that day.
And then I got so scared that I spilled everything that I was holding all over the floor.
Oh no, that must have been a struggle.
Seriously, I'm so tired. I'm really not cut out for cleaning and things like that.
You did your best, though.
But, well, it's fine.
Why is that?
When I get to eat with you like this, it's so fun I can forget about all of that.
And this was a day in the life of my new life. Hina was working in the hospital. Basically, she was a female doctor. I was walking there that day to drop off her lunchbox. I didn't think I'd actually have to bring it here for her. Hina went out of her way to wait for me in an easy place to spot her.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Not at all, it's fine.
Oh, do you want to eat with me before you go?
I already made my portion and left it at home.
Sometimes you could have bread from the market.
I don't want to waste any money.
Fine.
But also, do you not have the idea to try to share your portion?
Nope.
That was quick.
I don't want to share your homemade lunches with anybody.
Not even with me?
Of course not.
It's an honor to hear you'd like them that much.
I know. Thank you. I'll treat you to some coffee, even though it's canned coffee.
Well then, I'll take that.
Sure. Just wait a minute.
When Miss Hina walked away to buy me coffee, a man in a white coat stopped her to speak to her. He was tall and had a deep voice, meaning he was good-looking. He looked really happy to be speaking with her, but after exchanging a few words, he noticed me and ended the conversation and then disappeared. I felt a sharp pain in my chest.
Mr. Daisuke, thanks for waiting.
That guy just now.
Oh, yeah. You mean Dr. Kevin? What about him?
Is he your colleague?
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Thank you. Very much. How do I say this? He was very good looking.
I guess so. He's really popular amongst the nurses, too.
What about with you?
What? What about me?
No, it's nothing. Well, then I'm going to excuse myself.
I think I want meatloaf for dinner.
Sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. From there, my memory was vague.
I finally found you.
With that voice, I finally came back to reality. I don't know where or how I was walking or for how long. By the time I realized I was sitting on the riverbank and staring at the river, of course, I didn't know how much time had passed and why I'd been doing such a thing. When I came to, I saw Miss Hillary with a scrunched look on her face.
Listen, you can't just disappear without saying anything. That's not acceptable.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. Judging by the look on your face, you've been here since you left the hospital in the afternoon. Haven't you?
Yes, the coffee you gave me is already cold.
So, what's the matter?
I'm sorry, but there's a possibility that I may be quitting my job.
Are you unsatisfied with the conditions?
No.
Are you bored with your job? Like, you want to go back to the kitchen?
That's not the case at all. Because you always look so happy whenever you're eating my cooking.
Well, that's because it is really delicious.
If I get to see that face, then I don't need to be working in the kitchen or a restaurant.
Well then, what are you unsatisfied about?
I'm not unsatisfied about anything.
Then it makes even less sense. In that case, why would you say that you're going to quit your job?
Because I've fallen in love.
Who has?
Me.
With who?
With you. When I saw you speaking to the doctor that's your colleague at the hospital, I realized that I was jealous.
And what's the problem with that?
Because isn't that uncomfortable for you? The guy that likes you is living under the same roof?
That's not comfortable for me.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. But also, it seems like you've got a misunderstanding. There's no way I would be able to live with a guy that I didn't like.
What?
And the fact that you misunderstood that is upsetting.
Does that mean...
Just so you know, I was first. I was the one that fell in love with you first, Mr. Daisuke. So that's that. So, if you could accept this one, eventually, then I would be happy.
And then Miss Hillary pulled out the marriage certificate I had seen once before, and her name was already written under the line for the wife. For the husband, there was still an empty spot.
I'm sure something like this might be too heavy, but I am getting to a good age soon. It doesn't have to be right away. But I guess as a goal, yeah, something like that.
Miss Hillary?
What?
You're talking really fast, but that's because you're hiding embarrassment, isn't it?
Yeah, and
I always thought that this one was a joke.
I wouldn't do something like this as a joke.
Are you sure I can have it?
Of course.
No. What I mean is, are you sure I can have you?
If you don't want it, then it's fine.
I need it. And I'll treasure you.
Yeah. Treasure me.
Yes, ma'am.
Well then, why don't we go home?
You're right.
I'm hungry.
Shall we eat out?
You said that we can't waste money, right? And for our vacation to Nagasaki, I knew you'd keep us having more and more to save each month.
But for me to start preparation now, it's going to take some time.
That's fine. I'll wait.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm in the mood and want to have your meatloaf tonight, Mr. Daisuke. No matter what.